To log into Docuware using Web Client, you will be familiar with the base screen that shows up. You will see a gray box with different search options. You will choose only the filing cabinets that have magnifying glasses next to them. These cabinets are marked as Standard Search Dialogs. The gray 0708 file cabinets have everything that scanned in from 2007 to 2008. The red 0910 cabinets are for everything scanned in during 2009 to 2010. And the green MBS invoice cabinets are for everything that is currently in use. They are for everything from 2011 to the current date. Double-click on the green cabinets and a search dialog box pops up. From here, there are many different ways to find, review, and approve invoices. For the purposes of this tutorial, I will use the Akron branch for my examples. However, you're going to use your own branch number when doing your search. In order to locate pending invoices, click in the status field, asterisk, pend, asterisk. Then go down to the store ID line, type in your branch, again I'm using branch 2, and tab twice to the second box. Enter your branch again. On any field that is separated by a divider, it's necessary to make sure both boxes are filled in. This is because you are telling Docuware to look from branch 2 to branch 2, vendor number to vendor number. If you do not, it's going to pull everything from your branch number to the last branch number. Go down to the bottom and click on the word search. Everything that has a status with the word pending in it will show up. This includes pending, pending hold, pending credit approval. Choose an invoice and double-click on it. Your image will show up. You can enlarge it by putting your mouse and dragging the screen over. You can rotate the image by clicking on the arrows in the taskbar. You can enlarge the image by changing the percentages. You can also print the image by clicking on the printer icon. Once you've reviewed and verified that everything looks correct, locate the icons called the public stamps. Each stamp has a different function. If you leave your mouse over top of each stamp, it'll tell you what each one will do. One requests credit approval, another will hold the invoice, another approves the invoice, and another one will have it as posted wrong. Left-click on the stamp you need and move your mouse over onto the image invoice. Then click again. It'll put the image into approved status and it'll disappear from your box. You can also put it on hold or posted wrong. Left-click on your stamp, type in why it is incorrect, and hit enter. And then click your mouse. The image will show up and explain why it's on hold or posted wrong. If you want to do other searches, go to the little gray taskbar across the top and click on the MBS invoice with the magnifying glass. Go to purchase order line and key in your purchase order. For this, I will try 021132 as my purchase order. Click on search at the bottom, and any invoices with that purchase order will show up. Double-click on your image, and the invoice comes up. Click on the MBS invoice with the magnifying glass. Type in your branch number, tab twice, your branch number again, and click on search. Everything for that branch will show up from 2011 to current. If you go to the icons above the information, you will see one that says Maximize Dialog. If you click on that, more lines show up, and you can change pages by clicking across the numbers at the bottom. You can also do sorts by putting your mouse on top of a column header, such as vendor name. It will sort everything in ascending, and if you click again, descending order. You can do this with every column. Go back to your MBS invoice, click on it. If you know your vendor number, you can sort that way. For this example, I will use Larson. Their vendor number is 3290. Tab twice to the second box and type it in again. Click on Search at the bottom, and everything for Larson will show up for that branch. Again, you can then sort by purchase order, invoice date, discount due date. Put your mouse over the edge of the line, drag, and more information, more columns will show up. Click again on the MBS invoices. If you want to look for a certain invoice date range, go to the invoice date line and type in a starting date. For this example, we will use June 1st, 2013. Tab twice, and you can use either the same day, or you can do a date range, such as the entire month of June 2013. Go down to your search box, click on Search, and everything for the entire month of June with an invoice date in June shows up. And you can sort in ascending or descending order, depending on how it is you want to conduct your search. You can do this again by doing it under due dates, the discount due date, 06/01/13 to 06/30/13, and search. And everything with the discount due date shows up. Go back to your MBS invoices with the magnifying glass and go down to vendor name. If you want to search by a vendor name, type asterisk and the first 3 to 4 letters of the name and then asterisk again. I will use ChemLink as an example. Type in asterisk, chem, asterisk. Go to the bottom and click on search. All vendors with the sequence of CHEM, chem, in their name will show up. The reason it needs to be semi-vagued is it will only pull the name exactly as it is spelled in the AS400. ChemLink has a space between the M and the L. If you spell it as one word, it will not pull it up. So you need to make sure you have only 3 to 4 letters in when you go to type it. Click on the vendor name column and it'll sort in alphabetical order. If you go out, you can find the vendor number 4952. Go back to your MBS invoices and you can type in your vendor number 4952, tab twice, 4952, and then search. This will bring up everything for ChemLink. Go back to your MBS invoices with the magnifying glass. If you want to see an invoice that paid to a specific GL code, go to your account indexes, and in the search dialog box, you're going to type in asterisk, 0, and then your GL code. For this example, I'm going to use 505 for burglar alarms. Type an asterisk at the end. We're going to look under store ID number 2, and then we are going to look for the month of June. And see if anything was paid for burglar alarms in June to Akron. According to this, there are no records to display. Go back up, click on the MBS invoices. If you want to search by a dollar amount, go to Store Amount and type in the amount you are looking for. For this example, we're going to use $100. tab twice, type in 100 again, go to your store ID, type in your branch, and then click on Search. Everything with $100 for that branch shows up, and you can sort by vendor name, vendor number, purchase order, invoice number, due date, etc. At any time during your search, you can click on an invoice and highlight it. Go to the little box down below the lines and click on the Show Info dialog box. Here you can see all the pertinent information keyed into the AS400 for that specific invoice. It shows the purchase order, invoice number, store ID, vendor number, invoice number, invoice date, vendor name, discount due date, and your account GL code. You can also click on the drop-down arrow to see what other branches or GLs paid to that particular invoice. There are many different ways of sorting. All you have to do is click on your MBS invoices with the magnifying glass. If you have any questions, just call me in the Accounts Payable office. Thank you.